Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm your host, Jeff Howard, and this is going to be a very fun podcast because I have two people with me in person. I've got Soren McVay and Alan Sanchez. Hey, you two.
Hello.
And
all right, that was a duet. We didn't plan that.
That was lovely. And they collaborated on a wonderful horror short that was an official selection at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival last November. Watcher took home, I'm just going to name the awards now. It took home Outstanding Short Film Horror, Outstanding Screenplay Horror for Alan Poe Sanchez, and Outstanding Performance by an Individual in a Horror Short for Soren McVay. I don't know what your middle name in quotes would be. Soren Tree People or whatever.
My mom calls me Bugs, which is why my social is Soren Bug, and I have a butterfly on my arm. So,
my God,
cool. I don't have a butterfly. I have a bee. I don't know why I said butterfly. Take me home. I don't know what
that's so cool. My favorite.
You want the birdseed baby? I'm like, what?
One of my nephews.
There's another Soren out there who has a butterfly on her arm.
I'm like a major uncle guy, and one of my nephews, his mom always calls him Bug, and he's the sweetest kid who ever lived. And I asked her once, "Is it for love bug?" She goes, "No, he's stink bug because he farts so much."
Oh my God!
And I was like, "Damn, I like my love bug version better."
Well, people think that I'm called Bugs because I like bugs, but it was because when I was little, I would refuse to eat any other vegetable besides carrots. And when I would bite into a carrot, I would then say, "What's up, Doc?"
Perfect.
So it's Bugs Bunny.
Perfect. All right, so if you didn't pick up on it, Soren was the lead actor of Watcher and also a producer, and Alan was the writer and director and also producer, and actually one of the fellow actor, Gracie Lacey, was the third producer. So I've now given out the credits and the awards. And if you want to hear all about Soren and Alan, just go to the podcast before this one, because this podcast isn't going to be about them. It's not going to be about Watcher. It's going to be about both of them answering the Discover Indie Film 4 questions, which are: name 3 favorite films, name an underrated film, an overrated film, and a lesser-known film that people should seek out. Oh, wait, but I am jumping the gun. I'm not saying where people can see Watcher. I definitely have to add that.
You better.
I have to. So first of all, in the show notes, Alan is going to have it online somewhere for you to watch. But also, if you go to, depending on when you listen to this, if you go to watchtvhi.com, that is a website and smart TV app. So it's a streaming service called TVHi with wonderful indie content that is excellent to watch and possibly even better to watch when you're high. Please be responsible. I actually didn't say this in the last one. I do have friends in recovery, so I always say drugs can ruin your life. Don't use drugs if they have a negative effect. But if you happen to be able to use marijuana in a way that makes your life a little better here and there, then TVHi is the streaming service for you. So with that said, and Watcher will be part of the Discovery Indie Film TV series later this year in season 9. It has to wait till I get the all-dance film season.
And sadly, watch those. Those sound amazing.
Yeah, sadly there's not enough dancing in Watcher for me to squeeze it into the dance film season.
That opening shot is a single shot, and that was a lot of choreography, so one could call it a dance. We were dancing with the DP.
Agreed.
That sounds like a good song.
Dancing with the DP.
Dancing with the DP.
Club banger for summer 23.
Final Richie's remake.
Amusing. I think one of the shorts in the dance film season is actually shot. It's like a making of, and it shows the choreography of the DP instead of the choreography of the dancers.
That's
exactly
so
what you're
cool.
talking about from Tokyo, I believe.
Wow,
Nice.
I can't wait to watch that. That's
That's
awesome.
another one of the cool things about the dance film season is they're all international, and it's all like dance is universal. Not many words spoken. No subtitles needed. All right, so
When words fail you, you sing. When singing fails you, you dance.
oh, that's beautiful.
I did not come up with
I
that.
know. I'm going to start saying that. And I actually plan when I turn 60, I'm going to start taking dance lessons. I will be graceful by 65, hopefully.
There we
We're
go.
going to see you on So You Think You Can Dance.
I'm
They're
going
going to
to,
revive that TV show just
It'll
for you.
be my middle name in quotes will be Ballroom.
Ballroom. Jeff Ballroom Howard. There we go.
For a very different reason than I was ballroom in my 20s. So anyway. We can jump into the 4 questions now, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Who wants to answer the first question first? I figure you'll both do the first and then both do the second. So we'll go through it together.
Let's go with ladies first. Let's go with Soren.
Okay. Do you,
3 favorites.
3 favorites. I realized as I was putting these together that I think while they are different films from different eras, I think I love them for the exact same reason, and I didn't realize that before. So my 3, I'm sure they won't be my all-time favorites, but as of today, February, whatever, 10 Things I Hate About You, The Philadelphia Story, which I grew up on, and Kenneth Branagh's Much Ado About Nothing. And the thing that I realized links them all together is the musicality of the language. Because Much Ado About Nothing is obviously just straight Shakespeare. They didn't change anything script-wise for that. And I mean, it's Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson arguing the whole time. Like, that's all you want to watch. That's all I want to watch all day. And then 10 Things I Hate About You is obviously a take on Taming of the Shrew, but they did such an amazing job with the dialogue that even though it is, they pepper in their Shakespeare here and there, but it's completely modern, and they do such an amazing job of keeping that musicality in their banter. And I think it's just the most quotable movie of all time. I mentioned in our other podcast, A Fish Called Wanda. So if I may, I'm going to slip in 4 total, because Fish Called Wanda is definitely in there.
You can. I often joke that I don't have a black and white striped shirt and a whistle. There's no referee here. You can
Great.
go on. But it makes me want to ask also, growing up doing so much stage work, you acted so much on stage. Was there Shakespeare in your background?
Yeah. When I was 12 or 13, I was Rosalind in As You Like It. And that was the first time I'd ever done Shakespeare, and I definitely approached it a lot differently than the majority of the other students who were in the play. And I was able to break it down into a conversational manner, which, I mean, when you're doing it with 8th graders, like you need people that age, like, really needs to know what they're actually saying. They need it to be translated for them to do it, you to do any sort of believable performance. And so that was the first time I were doing Shakespeare. And I remember my mom, who had never understood Shakespeare, talking to me, being kind of taken aback that she got it. And then I've just always approached Shakespearean text like music. I mean, it's a heartbeat. It's iambic pentameter, and it's always been so much easier for me to remember Shakespearean verse and song lyrics more than everyday conversational English.
For sure.
Yeah. Then my other movie was The Philadelphia Story, and The Philadelphia Story is Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Jimmy Stewart. And the banter between those 3 is incomparable. I mean, it's just such a perfect time capsule of the absolute greats in like a perfect casting. But it's the same thing. It comes down to the language, I realized. It sticks in my bones.
Language and remarkable performances.
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's not just that they can deliver lines great. It's that even though that movie itself and that style of act, it's so stylized, but it's still just, it hits so hard. It's so good.
10 Things, I think, is could have been an underrated too, because 10 Things is, I think it's fairly, it's a brilliant film disguised as a teen movie, right?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Didn't it have that amazing choreographed dance sequence? Or am I thinking of a different one? All right, I should shut up. Alan.
Well, they have Heath Ledger performing on
To a Fatboy Slim song, or am I thinking of the wrong teen movie?
I think
I am.
He's singing on a bench, isn't he? Like on the bleachers?
Oh, yeah. No, we're talking about 2 different movies.
We are. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
But I know what you're talking about, even though I can't remember the name. That is also a great film.
It sticks. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
So my 3 movies, they're all, I mean, I always go based on like replayability. I can always go back to it and just watch it from beginning to end, and all 3 of these easily. The first one, I do this movie once every couple months because I love it so much, which is, what was it? A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, which to me is like the best sequel that connects to the original film ever, in terms of like, they took this idea and they expanded it, and they were able to make Freddy also more terrifying. And it's the right balance of comedy and horror. It's not where Freddy's funny, too funny, and it's just corny, but like it's the right balance of comedy and horror in that film. I could just watch that movie every single day if I wanted to, and not care, like not just be tired of it. Like I've been watching that movie since I was 5. So
I was about to ask, when did you first see it?
Yeah, so like I had the VHS, and I would just watch it daily, or just I'd switch between 3 and 4, but I'll always go back to 3 because it's just, who can forget that puppet kill? Just it's so good.
For me, they're all blur because
there's a kill in that movie.
These are my high school films.
Where Freddy literally cuts a guy open. He uses his veins as like a puppet, and he makes him walk.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's brutal, but it's so good. To this day, it's still gnarly to watch because it's practical. That, and then my second film would be Terminator 2: Judgment Day. I still cry at the ending every single time. Like just James Cameron took one of an iconic like thriller movie and switched it up to be this emotional action film. It's top tier stuff. Like that's why they show him. He's known as one of the best sequel writers ever. He could take something and expand on it, and he did that. One of the best twists where, the villain of the first movie is now the hero, and how does the protagonist of the first film react to it? And I love that aspect, and I love how it's a father-son story unintentionally with the Terminator and John Connor. It's just a thrill ride. The stunts in that movie just still hit really hard too. Like it's all done practical. Again, it just still makes me cry to this day. Like it's just the ending itself and the thumbs up at the end, just as he sings. Top tier stuff. And my third one, it's super like just my favorite trashy movie. I love it. I grew up on this movie, Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's hands down one of the cheesiest things you could ever watch. But it's one of the best martial arts films I've ever seen. It's just Jean-Claude Van Damme at his best. Some of the best cast of characters you ever see in that movie. The guy that I forgot his name, but he was one of the bullies in, was it Revenge of the Nerds? He plays like the
ogre guy.
Yeah, he plays like I think he plays Jean-Claude Van Damme's friend, and he's like the brawly one that's from the U.S. He's just he drinks beer the whole movie. It's such a good movie. And then the main villain, Bolo, like one of the most intimidating bad guys of all time. Even to this day, he scares the shit out of me. Like just how brutal that dude is in that movie, and even the cheesy '80s music. I just love that. Just the freeze frame stuff. It's so good. It's so good. So
you made me
cheesy
very
good.
happy because it's very intentional that the question is name 3 favorite films. It's not like name your top 5, the 5 best films ever made. It's favorites. It's stuff you love watching over and over. And if it's a cheesy 80s martial arts thing that just speaks to you, that's what it should be.
Yeah, and it's super fun. And if anybody hasn't seen that movie yet, watch it. It's so dated, but it's so damn good. It has the best of the worst, and it also has the best of the best.
Oh, I'm going to try to watch. I never saw it.
No? Oh my god!
I did not see it.
Bloodsport.
I was anti when it was out. I was like, I was an artsy fartsy fucker. I was like, I'm not going to see that. I'm going to go see something from Europe.
Well, now you're going to eat an edible and you're going to go watch Bloodsport.
Oh shit!
Oh, I think that'd be a good edible movie for sure.
Excellent. All right. Well, Alan went second, so now for the second question, you should go first.
Okay.
and that is for a film that is underrated.
Yeah, it took me a second to really think about this one. Like, what's a movie that I really love that I think people did not really give a chance to? And I was looking through my whole library, and I finally saw one. I was like, yes, that one. To me, it's Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch.
Right?
I made the kid watch it.
When it came out in theaters, people did not get it. It got ripped apart, and they were saying it's sexist and it's this and this. I'm like, you're not getting the point of what this story is. It's about mental health, if anything. And the way to me, like, it spoke to me because that's what when I'm going through like a traumatic event, I don't see it as a real thing. I kind of think of it as a battleground like that. I go into my imagination, and to me, it's a letter to those people that kind of go into their own heads when they're going through like a big struggle. And to have it involve all these females during the time, like I think it was like it takes place in the 30s or 40s in that time frame where like they're institutionalized so easily, and they go through this brutal stuff. And you see Baby, who goes through like the biggest traumatic event of her life, and she's about to get, what was it, the lobotomized in a few days because somebody paid her off, or it's the guy that her caretaker paid her off because she knows his secret, and so he has to find a way to get out. So throughout the it's like Alice in Wonderland. That's the best way I can explain it, but with the anime style, and it's so well done. The covers of the songs are in that movie are so good, and I always tell people, like, give that movie a chance, especially the director's cut. Like, the theatrical cut is good, but the director's cut is excellent. It explains, like, there's the John Hamm character that got cut, who is like kind of like the biggest piece of the puzzle, and he's not even in the theatrical cut. It's so damn good. Like, I just love it.
And it's visual. It's a visual masterpiece. It's art. It's like one of my favorite quotes is Kanye West. I know it's a complicated subject nowadays, but he had like a 2-minute music video for, oh my God, Power, I think.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. And he had this amazing visual artist make the video for him. And he said, you don't get it. It's not a music video. It's a moving painting.
Yeah.
And like I see parts of Sucker Punch, I think it's like artwork that's moving.
Yeah.
It's tableaus.
Yeah, it's like a moving painting. Yeah.
Yeah, and all that whole cast is amazing. Like, like I fell in love with Jenna Malone in that movie just because she's the heart of that movie, and just whatever like all those characters go through, especially with her character Rocket, is just so heartbreaking, and it's so well done. And I just think people, now should be able to go give it a second watch because it's to me like it got demolished for no reason. Like, I'm sure people did. This is at the time people didn't really understand it because nothing really came out during that time that was like that. So,
for sure, excellent underrated. All right, Soren, it's your turn for an underrated.
Well, I was listening to Alan, and then I was also thinking about your adoring praise for Bloodsport, and I may have to whistle a different tune, or maybe I can just try and shove 2 titles in here. I was going to say Less Than Zero.
Oh.
If only for Robert Downey Jr.'s performance, because when I saw it, just absolutely blew my mind. And knowing the circumstances surrounding it, it's just one of the most heartbreaking performances you've ever seen on screen, knowing that he was actively going through an even more perilous, drug addiction, drug journey that, he lived through it. His character does not. And it's just maybe it was just the time in my life that I watched it, but it was the first time that I saw an addict like really portrayed in a loving way on screen. And you're just so heartbroken by the end. And then I'd read some stuff on it, and I think Brad Easton Ellis has finally, he came around to the film adaptation because it's so wildly different from the book. But But yeah, when you think of like the Brat Pack movies, that one doesn't pop up all that often on the lists, and it's just amazing. But what flashed in my head as you were talking about cheesy 80s, I was like, how did this not come into my head earlier today? The Lost Boys.
Oh.
Because I'm from Santa Cruz, so I have seen that movie 7 trillion times. But it's got everything you could possibly want. Yeah. It's babes on the beach. It's vampires. It's like true surf nostalgia. It's got The Doors. It's got a guy in leather pants playing a saxophone on a beach concert with bonfires. It's got Kiefer Sutherland. It's got Jamie Gertz. Like just beautiful people. Terrible, hilarious dialogue. And it's so picturesque. Also, like it's a love letter, a backwards love letter to my hometown, which I'm constantly homesick for. So, yeah, go watch Less Than Zero, and then to bring you back up, watch The Lost Boys.
Especially the saxophone playing leather buff guy.
Oh yeah, no, that will stick in your mind till you die.
One day, once I get fit, I will dress up as that guy. Goals.
Are you gonna get Jerry curls? Because that guy's hair.
Yeah,
the hair just
ponytail
does it all. Oh my god, it's incredible.
I love that film when it came out, and then watched it a bunch on VHS, obviously. And the image that always sticks with me is when vampire Kiefer dies, and then you see the innocent face.
Yeah,
it's so impactful.
Yeah,
like that
it
movie
really
is like not as cheesy as some might say.
Yeah, the visuals are amazing. And I remember being so bummed when I found out that the cave that the vampires live in was a set piece, because I was convinced that was out on Westcliff somewhere, and that one day I was going to stumble upon it, and eat fried rice that turned into maggots. And it's a deep cut, but
it is. All right, good choices. All right,
Thank you.
Question 3, overrated. Soren gets to go first again.
Okay, I'm a little scared to say this because I'm also so close to it. And I preface this by saying that I love David Lynch. Mulholland Drive. Everyone's nodding.
I hear you. It's a silent nod. Well, in the Lynch canon, it doesn't compare to the others. Right? So I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know people who love it, but
I know people who will
I never dug it.
Die on that hill. Yeah. But no, I watched it. Maybe I just should have watched it earlier in a different headspace or something, but we watched it during quarantine. My neighbors and I, we all did movie nights. And so we everyone threw pieces of paper into a bowl, and then we'd pull them out and we'd watch them. And I have one neighbor who, if he listens to this, he'll just excommunicate me because I just hated Mulholland Drive.
Fair enough. I've said I don't like a certain movie, and I had a friend look at me and go, I'm going to miss you. But I'm not naming that film right now. I'm like, all right. Overrated.
Oh man, I'm about to get whacked because this is the genre I'm about to go into. A movie that I felt was overrated because it was so tough, because I always try to find a positive for something, except for date movies. Just fuck those movies, like the movie Date Movie. That's the only one I really hate. But the one I felt that was overrated was Godfather Part 2.
Ooh.
Very fair. Yeah. I'm with you 100%. Sometimes that's mine.
Yeah, it's I didn't hate it. It's just more like compared to the first one. Yeah, sure, it's bigger. Sure, it's longer. But to me, I zing. But
maybe think of South Park. Yeah. Bigger, longer, uncut.
But I think to me, the first film about like Al Pacino's character of like going from this good kid and getting dragged into the crime world felt more compelling instead of seeing the duality of the family. The sequel, sure, it's a great story, but I think that story alone from the first film of that fall from innocence to being part of a crime family is far more compelling to me. And it could be watched as a standalone movie instead of it being like, yeah, there's part 2 and part 3, but it tells the whole thing, and I think to me it feels more superior. Even though the second film is great too, it's just more like it's just people say it's better than the first one. I just don't agree.
That I was about to say I'm with you 100% because I've heard way too many people in my life say that Godfather 2 is one of the rare examples where the sequel was better than the first. And I'm like, you're just fucking crazy. The first film is flawless.
Yeah.
And the second film, come on, there's a lot of scenes that could have been cut. Francis was, I'm making a jerk off motion for the two people in front of me because there's and how cheesy is the Cuba stuff? I mean, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Corleone is the only guy who knows that Castro is going to win. Come on.
Yeah, it's
silly.
It just dragged, and also dragged. Like the first one, even though it was 3 hours, all of them were like really long epics. They didn't feel like it dragged; it flowed. And then the second one kept on just going back and forth, and it just for moments like it would have like way more slower ones than intended. It just dragged, and I just kept on getting immersed out of it for sometimes. And it's unfortunate, but it's still a good movie. It's just every time I look back, I'm like that meme with the guy that looks back at the first, just. Was it the girlfriend thing where he looks backwards and looks at the thing that he likes more? It's like, it's Godfather 1. It's just, it's something I preferred.
I'm with you. And what you just said is what I always sometimes preface with people don't want to answer the question is you're not saying it's a bad film.
No.
You're just saying it's overrated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is actually a good film. I just said shitty things about it, but it's a good film. It's just I can't handle people saying it's better than the first.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like those fools who say the Empire is better than Star Wars. Get out of here. Go home. Yeah. Half of it's as bad as the prequels. So anyway,
I'm more of an Ewok
I just
guy.
made so many people angry.
I was like, I love
Unsubscribe.
I'm more of a wicked Ewok guy, so.
Oh, well, that's an age thing, I bet. Yeah.
I was a little kid,
I was already in,
It's fine.
The
My
teddy
nephew-
bears. I had outgrown teddy bears by the time that came out.
My nephews were into Jar Jar Binks, so it's fine. I get it.
It's true when you're a kid. So anyway, last question is a lesser known for people to seek out, and your turn to go first, I believe. Alan's
Is it my turn? Okay. Man, I was really trying to think of like go into my deep dive of just what hasn't anybody seen that I try to talk about, but people don't get it. There's a really indie film that it's a series actually of films that I'm into that not many people have eyes on, and it's made its way through the film festival circuit. I saw it, the first film, in a theater by myself, and it flopped, but it was still to me one of the greatest, zaniest ideas I've ever seen. It's called the FP series or Fraser Park, there's a series called the FP. The sequel's called Beats of Rage. The third one's called the FP3, Escape from Baco. But it's the FP series, which it's a love child of the things that I mentioned, of the things that I like. Bloodsport meets Dance Revolution and Mad Max. It's in a post-apocalyptic world where like these gangs only live off of booze. And in order to whoever controls the booze they all fight. They don't go into war to avoid war. They go into a tournament, and in the tournament is a fight to the death. And the fight is Dance Revolution. And if the person loses the game of Dance Revolution, they face off, they die. And whoever wins controls the booze. And it is the most insane thing. It's like Stomp the Yard, but on crack. It is the greatest movie I've ever seen. It's very hillbilly, and it's intended that way too. But the sequel, Beats of Rage, to me, like he took the small budget and made it bigger, and it's insanity. He's added like a Lord of the Rings scope to it, and it's so damn good. So I recommend checking out Beats of Rage or that FP series.
So if you Google the FP series.
Yeah, or like type in Beats of Rage, Jason Trost, who's the director, that'll pop up. I think it's on Amazon to stream. So.
Because it sounds so wacky, I probably think I'd like it.
Yeah, they do the dialogue so serious because they know it's so bad, but they do it so serious that it's funny. There's like a monologue about ducks. It's insane. It's because like there's like homeless people drink booze, so they're like, who the fuck's gonna feed the ducks if there's no booze? It's insane. It's an insane movie. I love it. Again, not many people have seen it, but it's been going through film festivals and stuff like that, the whole series, and he's been doing real well with it. Jason Trost is the director. Met him a few times. Really nice dude. His brother, Brandon Trost, is the bigger of the siblings. He's done like he's a big DP. He's done like disaster artist. He did.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he did. He was the DP for that.
For the James Franco film.
Yeah, that James Franco film. He did. What was it? Ghost Rider from the Taylor Nevedine brothers, like that movie. Crank 1 and 2. He was a DP for that. So like, what's funny is that he had his brother do the first film as a DP, and you could tell that's like has that Crank influence. Like it's insane, but yeah, it's such a good series. It's bad. It's so bad. Like, you have to drink or get high to watch this movie, but I'm telling you, you're gonna have a good time.
I mean, you're bringing up the topic that's near and dear to my heart, which is the "it's so bad it's good" thing. And there's a big debate between myself and some board members of the festival because sometimes there's submissions to the festival that are so bad they're good, and I'm like, can we have a category called "so bad it's good"? And I keep getting told no because
it's like
no
the
one
Razzies.
actually thinks their film is so bad it's good.
Right.
They'd be insulted.
Yeah.
And you don't want to insult people. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You don't want to insult people's hard work.
Or just call it Grindhouse, the Grindhouse block.
Yeah, but no one wants to be in that block.
Really?
I don't know.
I would love to be part of like a midnight Grindhouse block.
Yeah, but not if it's called "so bad it's good."
Oh yeah, not that.
Yeah.
Just call it like the Grindhouse midnight block.
Rebrand.
It's so insane that this is our block, that you're in for insanity.
Tommy Wiseau is the only guy who ever really embraced his own mediocrity.
Oh yeah.
God bless him, though. He was like, money's more important than my dignity. I love it.
I mean, he sells his own underwear with his name on it.
Well,
So
do
does
too.
Calvin Klein.
Yeah. I wear Tommy Wiseau.
But Tommy's are used, right? No. So anyway. All right, well, Soren, you get to do lesser known for people to seek out.
Well, I Googled it today because I was trying to remember what year it came out, and I realized that maybe everyone has seen this film because I didn't realize until semi-recently that it was directed by Ryan Johnson. But Brick, the neo-noir high school suspense-filled thriller mystery from Ryan Johnson. He shot it in his hometown at his high school. It was amazing. And I watched it when I was a teenager, and I think it was the first time I'd ever really seen an indie film. And I remember my my stepmom at the time was really pissed off that that's the film that I'd brought home for us to watch. But it was great. And it's like, it's all over the place now because we're in this Ryan Johnson renaissance with Glass Onion and Poker Face. And he's so masterful at storytelling and visual. I mean, like you just said, moving paintings, like it's the colors and the placement and of every scene in every film of his is just really masterful. But yeah, Brick. I just remember it sort of turned movies on their head for me when I first saw it. I think I was 15.
I think you're right as on the lesser known thing, because even though like the film community knows and embraces Brick, I don't think most people have heard of it or seen it.
Yeah, anytime I mention it to someone who's not in the industry, they have no idea what I'm talking about. So I feel really hoity-toity.
Most actors or filmmakers would be like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, go watch it because it's great. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He thinks he's a detective.
Joe's great.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I wish there were more good projects for him, like, because he needs the right thing, you know, like what 500 Days of Summer, like was like amazing. But then, you know, half the time I see him, I'm like, why is he doing this? Anyway, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. Like he's
10 Things I Hate About You.
There you go.
OG. It was
For
his
real.
third Rock from the Sun days, I think, right after that.
I know, crazy. All right, well, I think we're good.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
The list complete. We're getting this in around a half an hour, so I'll do the wrap up. you just got to hear. I don't know if you noticed. I'm a younger brother, so I always believe in being fair. So I said Alan's name first in the first podcast, and now I'm saying Soren's name first. So you just got to hear Soren McVay and Alan Sanchez answer the Discover Indie Film 4 questions. If you want to know more about them, just go to the show notes. There'll be links to their Instagrams. If you want to watch their film Watcher, there'll be links where you can watch Watcher, and you can of course watch it probably on TVHi.com. Watch TVHi.com, watch TVHi.com, and on the Discovery Indie Film TV series, and probably on Alan's own website and stuff. So anyway, you can watch Watcher, which is starring Soren and written and directed by Alan. And I'm going to wrap us up by saying this is the Discovery Indie Film Podcast. If you want to learn more about it, go to discoverindiefilm.com. On social media, it's at DIFwins. Like and subscribe. Be kind. Anytime you see Alan or Soren's name, just give it 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5. Just, there's a lot of trolls in this world.
We'll Venmo you later.
Right? It just bothers me with indie stuff that, like, you go on like IMDb and people have, like, knocked something and I'm like, so many people who liked it didn't go on IMDb to click. Mm-hmm. It's only the people who watch and get mad. So, I don't know. Try to be nice. Be nice, everyone.
Be nice. Don't be an asshole.
Don't yelp us.
Especially to indies. Like, you can shit on the Hollywood stuff where people are making enough money to, like, buy and sell our souls. But the indie people, be nice to them. They're putting their hearts on the line.
We're very sensitive.
That's my soapbox. And Watcher was at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival. We hold that one every November, and it won 3 awards at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival. So you can learn about that festival if you go to ShermanOaksFF.com, and it's at Sherman Oaks FF on social media. And it has a sister festival in June called Film Invasion Los Angeles. You can learn more at FilmInvasionLA.com, and it's at Film Invasion LA on social media. And I think I've rambled off everything I'm supposed to ramble off. Only, what is that, 3 or 4 websites?
It's really impressive.
It's well practiced. And we have 2 festivals because we couldn't pick a name. And I said, well, let's just run both and go with the one that does better. And Sherman Oaks Film Festival gets more local support, and Film Invasion Los Angeles gets more stuff from, like, international around the country. So they kind of balance each other out. Go figure.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Soren McVay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alan Sanchez, thank you so much.
Oh, great to be here. Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for listening.